Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Wade Watches. I'm Wade, and I'm coming at you with, once again, another awesome, amazing, fresh out of the movie theater review. And once again, it's the same reason as last time. I am not standing in front of the poster because, once again, it's 100 degrees outside. It's just a very hot summer, so I'm staying in the nice, cool, air-conditioned movie theater lobby for this review. But I just got through watching F1 the movie in IMAX, and jumping right into it, this is one of those cases where, despite the trailers not really giving me the idea that I'd be seeing something that would really, blow me away, that would really be innovative, that would really take me by surprise, that would really redefine the genre, nonetheless, I was still excited to go out and catch this because this comes to us from director Joseph Kosinski, who of course gave us Top Gun Maverick and also Tron Legacy and Oblivion. So I'm a fan of his previous work, his previous filmography. He really took me by surprise with Top Gun Maverick, because I was never a big fan of the original Top Gun, but he really did something special with that movie that once again took me by surprise and made me really enjoy it by the end of it. So for that reason alone, I went in thinking to myself, maybe there will be something here that'll once again take me by surprise. I thought Top Gun Maverick wouldn't do anything to surprise me, but it ended up doing that. So I went in with an open mind for this one, and I really wasn't taken by surprise. Everything that I thought would happen in F1 pretty much happens in F1. It is that standard, tried and true underdog sports movie that takes no risk, that doesn't do anything surprising, and plays out exactly the way you think it's going to play out. But honestly, I'm not complaining too much about that, because you know what, for all of that being said, it's Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt, and I love seeing that. He's always a charismatic dude. He's always a confident dude. He knows how to carry a movie after decades of doing his thing. So that was definitely fun to see. He's really good here as race car driver Sonny Hayes. I liked Javier Bardem here, and I also liked Damson Idris, who I recognized from FX's Snowfall show. That's a show that I gotta finish watching that show. I started it at one point, but I never finished watching it. But it was good to see him here as kind of this of course the cocky rookie who needs to be humbled by the older veteran driver. But of course they're going to learn a thing or two from one another. You know how it goes. I don't need to say any more about it, because like I said, this is that standard, tried and true underdog sports movie that literally plays out exactly how you think it's going to play out. But again, I have to emphasize, I'm not disappointed. I'm not annoyed by that. I still thoroughly enjoyed this for what it was, and I definitely think that's helped by the fact that I did check it out in an IMAX theater. That's definitely, like Top Gun Maverick, that's definitely the way it's meant to be seen. That's definitely the way Joseph Kosinski wants you to see it, and it was definitely worth that extra price of admission to really feel like I was on the racing track with Brad Pitt. I felt the rumble of the cars. I felt the earth shake during every racing scene, so it was definitely worth checking out. But again, moving away from the technical enjoyment I had with the movie and how I enjoyed how the races were filmed, nothing here to really take me by surprise. But it's still a perfectly enjoyable, perfectly acceptable underdog movie. And wrapping my rating up, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing that I did with the Interstellar IMAX re-release. I'm going to give it two separate ratings based on the format you see it in. So for F1 the movie alone, I'm going to go ahead and give it a solid 8 out of 10. So it's good, but it's not exceptional. It's not great. It doesn't do anything to break the mold. There's no surprises to be had here. There's not even really usually the best underdog movies get you emotional, can even get you teary-eyed. Like, of course, one of the all-time most well-known ones, Rocky, does every time I watch it. But I never really had a moment like that. There seems like there was an attempt to maybe do something like that, but it never really panned out. So because of that, it's a solid 8 out of 10. It's really good, but it doesn't do anything to, like I said, break the mold, and it didn't do anything to really get me super emotionally invested in the story. So 8 out of 10 for F1 the movie on its own, just seeing it in the standard theater. But I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8.5 out of 10 for seeing it in IMAX. So F1 in IMAX is a solid 8.5 out of 10. This is definitely the format that it was meant to be seen in. Like I said, I really did feel like I was there on the track during those racing scenes. I love the way that they were filmed. I love the sound design with the cars. So it's an 8.5 out of 10 for IMAX, but it's an 8 out of 10 film on its own. So yep, those are my thoughts on F1 the movie. Once again, 8 out of 10 on its own, 8.5 out of 10 if you see it in IMAX. It's just that standard solid underdog story. That's doesn't, again, nothing really elevates it, not even Brad Pitt, but I still had a really good time with it. It was still a fun ride. It was still a fun adrenaline rush movie, and yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. So with all of that being said, this has been another edition of Wade Watches. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching it, and I'll catch you lovely people next time. Stay cool. Namaste.